Hello, my sweet Doc Marten friends, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today I am reviewing the Crazy Horse Jadons as promised. I know there's going to be 2 videos out tonight. Sorry about that. Time management skills we're working on it. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So I wanted to have a little bit more of organization. So obviously I rate the style, I rate the comfortability, and I rate the overall rating. And I feel like that's a good guide. Let me know if you guys want chapters for that. It's something I feel like might be valuable because this is a review channel, but again, me trying to engage with more of what you guys want. Just let me know if you prefer me to do chapters so you can like hop to the points that you want to hear more about. Let's hop right in to the Jadon Crazy Horse review. So I have the box here. As always. So these are the Crazy Horse. They're called the Jadon Arc on here, which is interesting to me. That's pretty cool. So the Crazy Horse are over here. That's the style. And then I've never heard of an arc boot. So this one is new for me. These are the babies. I jumped right into wearing these because I really just wanted to do a review on them. I think these are beautiful. When I unboxed them, I was really surprised at how much I liked these. I actually almost bought the 1460 Crazy Horses way back when, but there was something about them that I didn't like, so I actually ended up returning them. I know, gasp. But yeah, I just didn't vibe with them. And I know, there are some docs, of course, that I don't love or like, or it's like not my cup of tea. I'm sure it's that way for, everybody who loves a certain brand, but they just didn't vibe with me. So when the young lady commented down below that these existed, I was hype. I honestly didn't know until you left a comment on my video, so I really appreciate that you brought these to my attention. I do visit the doc website fairly frequently, but not as much as I used to, so I can tend to miss certain drops, and this one I somehow did not see coming. So again, thank you so much for recommending I review these, but let's just take an overview of what these look like. They smell so good. They smell like crisp leather. I love that smell. Love it. And then I can show you guys the sole. The sole is really, really cool. I love that it kind of has the black and fade into brown. Oh, that's so crisp to me. So yes, we're gonna start with the style. The style of these is obviously rugged, definitely very masculine. I would err on the side of more masculine overall with these. Definitely would be hard, I think, to style these. Not hard, but harder to style these than other Doc Marten boots. Also, brown is always a finicky color, and everyone has their opinion on what brown looks good with. But YOLO, I guess. Wear them how you like is my motto with everything. But yeah, style is very pristine, very crisp. I mean, you'd expect nothing less from Doc Marten. It has a lot of little details here. So the stitching is very intricate. It even has this little DM metal piece in here, which I think that is so unique. And then you have the metal zipper. I love the Jadons with the metal zipper, the zip up side. A lot easier to get these on with this. Also a genius invention. The tab is also brown, and I love that it's brown and not black. The brown tab definitely makes them stand out a little bit more, and it goes better with the boot. That's just my opinion though. And then these are actually lace holes. They don't unclasp or anything, but these are so cool. Like, the design of these is so rugged. Again, I think these could be a lot of fun to style, but also are going to be a harder boot to style. And then you have that on both sides of the boot. You even have the Doc Marten embedded in the eyelets. That's really cool to have that eyelet detail on there. And again, just with the stitching, Very, very intricate stitching. Definitely brings a lot of attention to the shoe. This is the left one, so I'm just going to show you guys the right one. And these laces are the classic Crazy Horse laces. If you know what the Crazy Horse 1460 boot is, you'll know these. I'm pretty sure this is one of the few boots that actually come with these laces. I always keep extra Doc Marten laces on hand, so if you want to change these out, that's always an option to make it easier to style them, or maybe you just want a different color of lace. It's the exact same on the right side, nothing different, but there is a lot of detail in this boot. So for the style on these, I'm definitely giving these a 10 out of 10. These are super dope. Love the masculinity on these, and I'm really gonna enjoy the challenge of styling them. So yeah, 10 out of 10 on style for these for sure. These are actually one of the most comfortable Jadon boots I have put on. I can't believe I'm saying that. So as soon as I put them on, with most Jadon boot styles, almost all Jadon boot styles, I always feel a little bit of pinching in my toes until I wear them in for, it usually takes about 40 hours of wear, give or take. And with these, I didn't feel any pinching at all, anywhere on my foot. And again, this is something that you'll deal with the Jadon boot in general, and you'll hear me mention that as I do review different Jadon boots. The break-in process for a Jadon boot is generally pretty rough. You're gonna blister, and I've said that in previous videos, you know, it just is the name of the game. Worth it though for the post break-in process, let me just say that. I didn't feel any pinching with these. Now, I only wore these for about 5 hours, so I do want to keep that in mind. Usually within that mark, why I wore them for that period of time was within that mark is usually when I start to feel the pain and I may start to blister a little. I didn't feel any of that. Walking in them is comfortable. The Jadon boot, like it's not necessarily the walking or like your footbed actually gets sore. It's just that it's pinches because you have to kind of stretch the leather to fit your foot. And I always am extremely grateful when I buy a new pair of Doc Martens and that doesn't happen. You know, you always take the risk one way or the other. And I will say that these were one of those boots that within the first 5 hours, I barely felt anything. I didn't really feel any discomfort with these. I always lace the third down at least when I do wear a new pair of Jadon boots because it helps the top part move a little bit and it doesn't keep you as constricted and it helps to break in the bottom part of the boot. That's just a preference for me. Whenever I get a new Jadon boot or any new Doc boot, I always lace it only to the third eyelet. Again, just helps with the break-in process. Your foot is able to breathe and move a lot more because again, new leather is very stiff. So that's just something to keep in mind with this boot, that depending on your foot, you still may have a break-in process and you might blister a little bit. Now, my experience with Doc Martens is once you do that break-in process, once you endure it, they are extremely comfortable. Now, there are ways to combat that. You can wear thick socks. That's usually what I recommend. You're gonna get a little bit more pain, probably a little bit more wear time you'll need to break them in doing it that way, but the thick sock at least helps protect your foot a little bit more and also causes, the boot to spread out a little bit more as well to give your foot a little bit more room. So I always opt for thick socks with Doc Martens, and socks that go at least to the ankle point or above is probably better because you will get blistering in here if you don't have a sock to protect your ankle. You will see and read a lot of other tips, but personally I've never done those things. I just wore them with super thick socks and it did the job. So just something to keep in mind again when or if you would like to purchase these. So far, like I said, I've only worn them 5 hours. The comfortability is a 10 out of 10 as well. I don't want you guys to also buy these and think that your foot might be the same. Again, this is always a disclaimer for me because I'm kind of scarred from working with these for so long and having so much different feedback from so many different customers. And then you kind of take into account the fact that, oh, well, their foot is obviously different than mine and everybody's foot is so different from width to length, to size, etc., etc. They're all kind of synonymous, I suppose, but, take into account that your foot might be different than mine and these might not be as comfortable for you as they are for me. Now, my foot has a high arch. I am a true size 7, but I am a size 6 Doc Marten Jadon boots, or pretty much any Doc Marten with a platform. Average width, high arch. my guess is you probably wouldn't really have too much of a break-in process with these. Still give these, for me personally, a 10 out of 10 for comfortability. Overall, you know I'm gonna give these a 10 out of 10, guys. I really hope that going forward with my less worn docs that I am able to give a harder rating on some of these. And I think that'll be my goal for the next video, is just to provide a pair that I can rate a little bit lower and be a little bit harder on, that I'm not looking through rose-colored glasses, because a lot of the time when I review these, it feels like that. So I will try to incorporate in the next couple of videos a couple pairs that I still love, I still will wear, but are a little bit less liked for me. And I think that'll provide a little bit more variety for all of you guys. And again, if you have any other pairs that you want me to review, please let me know down below. I will be more than willing to do that for you. So yeah, let's get into the style portion of this video.
Found out everyone is shallow. No depth, the ugly seem to follow. Blinded void, gaping hole. Weed out the visions you saw. Speak out, you talk for a song. Shut out the weakness you brought.
Alright guys, as always, thank you so much for watching today's Doc Marten review. I really appreciate you guys being here. Let me know if there's something you want me to review next, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.